The main features of environmental laws in the U.S. and other nations. What is the role of governments in protecting the environment? The role of the governments of many nations is to protect the environment by regulating business activities. The governments set a common standard for all businesses and they take the cost of pollution control out of competition. They are committed to making a critical contribution to a collective effort, together with business and civil society, to move towards sustainability. United States and beginning of environmental regulation. The U.S. began regulating environmental protections in the late 19th century with the protection of the waterways. The National Environmental Protection Act was passed in 1970. Not long after, the Environmental Protection Agency, known as the EPA, the nation's main environmental regulatory agency, would be created. The U.S. Congress would begin enacting federal laws regulating environmental protection. Many regional, state, and local agencies would also have authority over many environmental issues in their areas. The regulation of pollution by the United States government is organized into 4 categories. They are air, water, solid, and hazardous waste. Cross-media regulation refers to the forms of pollution that have multiple impacts on air, water, and land. Take a look at the leading United States environmental protection laws. What is air pollution? Air pollution is the presence of toxic chemicals or compounds, including those of biological origin in the air, at levels that pose a health risk. There are 6 relatively harmful common substances that serve as indicators of air pollution. They are lead, particulate matter, nitrogen dioxide, carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, and ozone. Here is a list of toxic hazardous air pollutants. And this image shows just how much pollution that industrial companies are able to produce. What is water pollution? Water pollution occurs when harmful substances, often chemicals or microorganisms, contaminate a stream, river, lake, ocean, aquifer, or other body of water, degrading water quality and rendering it toxic to humans or the environment. The largest marine oil spill in U.S. history happened in the Gulf of Mexico. A wellhead blowout in 2010 at a BP deepwater drilling platform caused the largest marine oil discharge in the history of the United States. 3 months and 3 million barrels of oil spilled into the waters of the Gulf of Mexico. Marine life and coastal economies were greatly affected by the disaster. What is solid and hazardous waste? Hazardous waste threatens human health or the environment if it is carelessly thrown away, dumped into the ground, or handled improperly. According to the EPA, solid waste or municipal solid waste is commonly known as trash or garbage. It refers to the overall garbage created by a community, including household waste, as well as the waste generated by businesses, schools, and institutions. Countries other than the United States are also serious about regulating environmental protections. Let's look over a few of these countries. Then you can take your time and read through this entire list. Sweden is one of the world's leaders in reducing solid waste. Norway has declared to reduce its carbon emissions by 40% under the 2015 Paris Climate Accord. Kenya is considered to have enacted one of the most extreme bans on plastic. The use of plastics has been completely outlawed in the East African country. Sanctions include up to 4 years of jail or fines of up to 40,000. Madrid and Barcelona have implemented car-free zones in order to restrict the use of these vehicles. Here are more environmental regulations that you can read over. This chart details the many costs and benefits of environmental regulations. After looking over this chart, do you think the benefits outweigh the costs?